Introduce myself. Good morning. Thank you for whoever decided to record. I appreciate it. My name is Carrie Thayer, and I have the pleasure of co-hosting Coffee with Clients this morning with one of my very dear friends, Monica Kmack. And so she and I are going to talk this morning a little bit about plan and our new accountability system that we are working with all of our clients on. But first, I just want to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Carrie Thayer. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. If you have ever noticed my background before, you may notice that this is a different background. And I happen to be in Toronto, Canada right now with one of my very best friends who just moved. And I was a professional organizer back in the day. And so I came up here to help her get organized in her new home and help her get settled, which is awesome. And y'all, it was 68 degrees this morning, which was so lovely. But I started playing October 25th of 2020, 6 days before Halloween. I always say this. I'm sure you may have heard me say it before, but on Halloween night, when I'm passing out Hershey Kisses, which were in fact my drug of choice, I remember thinking, this is either the smartest thing I've ever done or the dumbest thing I've ever done. And turns out it was the smartest thing because I did not have one piece of Halloween candy that Halloween night. And I was like, oh, this is different. Because back when I used to do other things, I would like figure out how many points that was or how many carbs that was and how much exercise I had to do to, work that off and all that stuff. So I
Thought
know
my
6 days into this
my
program,
earbuds
it's
would work,
very
but they're
different.
not today.
All right, let's
I muted you, Carrie. I muted everybody. That was Sweet Carol, who I love.
and we are glad you're here, Carol. So yeah, I knew 6 days into this program that something was different. I lost 5.6 pounds, I think, my first week, 15.8 pounds my first month, and lost 30 pounds total in about 3 months. And I've kept it off for 4.5 years. So I love this program. I love being a coach because I get to help people and I get to connect with all kinds of, different people, new friends, old friends, people I haven't seen in 87 years since I was in high school. So it's super fun and I'm excited to be here with y'all this morning. So Monica, I'm going to turn it over to you and introduce
Hey,
yourself.
everybody. Okay, Carrie and I, y'all also, we've always liked each other, but we became accountability buddies for something in our business. And from there, it just like became such a beautiful friendship. Carrie is organized and polished, and I am not. I'm different words, but I mean, I'm great too, but like, I don't have those strengths. And so I love working with her because it just like, I think we fulfill both of each other's needs in the friendship arena, but really in the accountability arena too. And just making sure that we're taking care of ourselves. That's what we do in this business, is making sure that you are taking care of yourself and living your most vibrant life and making the choices that are most connected to living a longer life too. So we can be around with our loved ones. I started playing Carrie. I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I started playing 2 weeks before Halloween. And Halloween is like, I live in New Orleans. Halloween's like a big, fun, it's my favorite holiday, but then also it's like really big in New Orleans, the whole voodoo fun costume scene. So I really do love Halloween and I love that season. Caroline, are you doing spotlight or is anybody doing a spotlight? Because I don't know how to do that.
Yes, I will.
I love you. Thank you. So I had the same thoughts about like this is the craziest thing ever. And can you also spotlight Carrie and I together? Because I just really like her. Okay, thank you. And you can just leave us both up because I like having a conversation more than just talking at everybody. So, y'all, I was a teacher for 13 years and then I grew my business and then retired after a year of working really hard growing the business because I loved health coaching so much and it completely changed my life. I lost 50 pounds pretty quickly in comparison to anything else I'd ever done and just fell in love. And I wanted to help other people, especially people like me who were really tired from taking care of children. So, um, and that was during the pandemic too. I had a lot of kids in one class and also my partner teacher, I taught a human rights classroom, social studies and English together. And so we taught like about human rights through literature, and through social studies. It was awesome, but she had her baby like 5 weeks early, and it threw me for a loop. But I stayed the course and stayed healthy because I was coaching, but also because of the habits that we learn. So that's something I want us to focus on during this call is like really digging in to where your triggers are, what throws you for a loop, what makes you choose something different than you started out to choose. You know, right when you wake up in the morning, everybody is ready to make the best decisions all day. And recently in my life, I have a 19-month-old. Is today the 15th? Yes, he's 19 months today. But that's something that thanks, Jeanette, clapping for my baby. Yeah, he's something else. But anyway, so I've had to adjust my expectations for my life since having a baby. And one of the things is like I expect to anybody else like a work from home mom. So okay, cool. I see you, Danielle. Like when you work from home as a mom, it's like you expect that you can do some work while also taking care of a baby. And then it gets you really disappointed in yourself. Like you're some superhero who can do both. Like my toddler throws his whole body off the couch with no regard for anything. He has no, I don't know what to do about, we should probably troubleshoot that too later. But anyway, like that expectation, having that on myself, I had to dig in and be like, why am I wanting to eat like three of our popcorn snacks? Why? What is it driving me? Like I used to call myself a pantry rat. Like what is driving me to just stare at the pantry? Like there's something in here that's going to give me the emotion or give me the feeling that I need to feel. Give me some control. The popcorn is not going to give you any control. Take it from someone who's been thinking about it for like 4 years. Um, Anyway, I had to dig into that trigger though and be like, what is the healthy expectation for my day? Like, what would it feel like if I took 3 hours with my baby when he was awake and didn't check my phone? I can do that and work really hard during the hours that he's sleeping or that my husband can help and structuring those hours. That has really changed my emotional regulation. But I wouldn't have figured that out if I hadn't dug into it. You know what I mean? Okay. That's just what I've been learning recently. Um, Carrie, I would love for everybody to put in the chat, and you don't have to, because this is a sensitive question, and the chat will not be saved for people to look at, but I would love to know everybody's age. That helps me, like when I'm leading a call, just to see like what kind of season of life we're in. Okay, I do see everything from 20s to 70s. Most of the ages are the 50s and 60s.